Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Watson Chapel here in southeast Arkansas. Jonathan Wolf with you here for Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball as we get ready to bring you a conference matchup between the Cardinals and the Wildcats of Watson Chapel. We're glad you're with us this afternoon. Game time is 4:30, so we're just about ready to go there. Putting the players on the field right now, calling out the starting lineups, and we're going to give you those in just a moment as well. But again, we thank you for joining us. We're going to have a moment of silence, so if you will, just bear with us. This is Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball. And we're back in Watson Chapel. The national anthem has been played. The players have been introduced, and it is just about time for first pitch here in this conference matchup between the Wildcats of Watson Chapel and the Cardinals of Camden Fairview. The Cardinals come into this ball game. They are 1-0 in conference. They are 2-1 on the season. They beat Whitehall back last week, lost against Lakeside on Monday, and then won their conference and home opener on Tuesday against Warren Lumberjacks. That score was 9-3. So they come into this ball game looking to improve on their record, improve in conference as well. And we are going to be taking on a Watson Chapel Wildcat team that is in the field. We're going to give you all the lineups in just a minute. Real quick, we'll run down the lineup for the Cardinals as they're getting ready to bat. Leading off, playing center field will be Martavius Thomas. Anthony Smith will be playing second base and batting second. Logan Robertson is on the mound for the Cardinals today. He is batting third. Gunnar Branch is at third base, batting cleanup. Trip O'Hara batting fifth and playing first base. Jeffrey Neal is going to be the DH today. He was the winning pitcher on Tuesday. Did a great job there. Carson McKinney's behind the plate. He'll be batting seventh. Kevin Fain in right field batting eighth. And Richard Clardy is batting ninth and playing shortstop. So Thomas, Smith, Robertson, Branch, O'Hara, Neal, McKinney, Fain, and Clardy. And A.J. Alsobrook will be in left field. He will not be batting, but he'll be playing defensively. The starting pitcher for the Wildcats, Colton Edwards. He is on the mound, right-handed pitcher for the Wildcats. Their starting lineup, Jonathan Goins is leading off, playing third base, rather. Dylan Taylor is behind the plate, batting second. Devin Mitchell at shortstop, batting third. Greg Cable is the left fielder batting fourth. Josh Howard is the center fielder batting fifth. Colton Edwards is the pitcher batting sixth. Marquez Brentley batting seventh and playing second base. Tyler Clay batting eighth and playing first base. And Daniel Nelson is the right fielder batting ninth. So that's the lineups for today. Cardinals come in. If I can pull their stats up real quick. Let's make sure we're working here. Alongside my broadcasting partners, we got our statistician Wes O'Hara on my left, our executive producer Jake Morgan on our right. Don't worry, that doesn't change the pay scale if I put executive there or not. Yep, looks like we're on. We're glad you're with us, and it's time for a ball game. Martavius Thomas coming to the plate, batting against the pitcher, Colton Edwards. First pitch, inside and low, ball number one. Thomas, so far on the season, I can find his stats. There they are. He's batting .200 on the season. Fouls one off to the left. 2 hits, a double and a single. He has walked 3 times, so his on-base percentage .385, and that's where he's really dangerous. Our angle from behind the plate a little bit low today. We apologize for that, but you get the angle hopefully the best we can. Next pitch, there's a drive out to center field. That ball is tailing and is going to fall. Thomas is on first base with a single, and he will retreat back after rounding. The center fielder, he looked like maybe got a little late jump, and the ball was tailing back to left field, and he tried to catch that, was not able to, kept it in front of him, and Thomas is on first base with a single. So the Cardinals start off with a hit tonight, and that brings up A.J. Smith. Smith is batting .111 on the season, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He squares the bunt, pulls back, ball way high and inside. Thomas doesn't show stolen bases. I know he had his 3 stolen bases on the year. Where do you see that, Wes? I am looking. You just remember. Dang it. Good job. Next pitch to Smith. Thomas is off running, swing and a miss. Thomas is in there safe. And so let's make it 4 stolen bases for number 1. And we have a runner in scoring position. So Thomas sitting with a 1-1 count now. Chance to drive, Smith is sitting with a 1-1 count now. Chance to drive Thomas in. Edwards out of the stretch, looks back to second. Now he delivers, ball outside. Cardinals won a ball game on Tuesday that they trailed 3-2 going into the bottom of the 5th. But it started off with Thomas at the top. He drew a walk, and things unraveled for Warren, rather. Pickoff move. A better throw might have been close. Thomas was leaning to third, but he was back safe. The Cardinals ended up scoring 7 runs in the 5th. They were helped out with several errors. Pitch coming now to Smith. He's going to drive one out to center field. That ball might drop. It will in front of the center fielder, Thomas. Great job of base running. He kept his lead off of second, watching. Then he could tell that the center fielder was not going to be able to get there. He advances to third, so a single for Smith. And the Cardinals in business with runners at the corners with no outs. Robertson at the plate now. Logan Robertson. He comes in batting .273. No walks, 1 strikeout, 3 singles. He does have an RBI on the year. Yeah, good job of base running right there by MT, and he is just a flash away from scoring. Pass ball, wild pitch, whatever. Smith off and running. He will take second easily. So now base hit, scores 2. Yeah, you can do that. That'll pick up some of the crowd, maybe. Let's turn it down. I think next pitch from Edwards. Outside. Next pitch is low. Count goes 3-0 on Robertson. Don't use this one. Let's use this one, just our side. And if they're not playing music, I think you can just leave it on the whole time. So a 3-0 count here, runners at second and third. Edwards grooves a strike there. I don't know anybody in Detroit. I bet they don't know me either. So top of the first, no outs. Pitch, Robertson grounds it to third. He looks back, Thomas. Good job by the third baseman right there. Fielded it on the grass, and the out is made. And he kept the runner from scoring. So great job by third baseman Goins. And so now, one out, Gunnar Branch at the plate. Trying to drive a couple runs, get the Cardinals an early lead here in the top half of the first inning. There's a hit to the shortstop. He fields it. Is going to try to come home and get Thomas. Not a wise throw. The ball gets away. Smith makes it to third. He rounds third, but wisely comes back. And Branch, he hustles all the way down to second base. So the Cardinals in business, a run across the plate, and runners still at second and third with one out, and Trip O'Hara coming up. So a fielder's choice on the play. The shortstop thought he could get Thomas at home. Probably would have been better off getting the out at first. Ball got away from the catcher, so there was no play at home, but the catcher did a great job to hustle back. The pitcher covered home, and Smith wasn't able to come on in for the Cardinals. So, again, second, third, one out. O'Hara at the plate, batting .400 on the year. He watches a pitch strike outside corner. Next one to O'Hara. He drives it right field, out of play. O'Hara didn't have his best game against Warren on Tuesday, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Looking to improve. Had a good game against Lakeside on Monday, a couple of hits. He's in the hole now, 0-2. Next one in. Looks like he might have tried to spin a curveball in there, just spiked into the ground in front of the plate. Defense pretty much straightforward, straight up. In the outfield, here's the next one, O'Hara. He hits it to the shortstop. Nice play by the shortstop. Smith's going to score. The out is made at first base, and Branch will move on up to third. That was a good job by the shortstop, Mitchell. He had to contend with Branch running in front of him. He kept that glove on the ground, fielded it, made a good throw across. If the run does score, that's 2 runs in the inning. And there's still just 2 outs and a runner at third base. This brings up Jeffrey Neal, our winning pitcher from Tuesday. He also had the big hit in that 5th inning to clear the bases, a 3-run triple. He watches ball 1. I actually do know that person from Detroit. He just texted me. Oh, this is a small world. Swing and a miss. Neal was off balance on that swing. 1-1 the count, 2 outs here at the top of the first. Cardinals up on the Wildcats in this conference matchup, 8-4A. That's going to hit Neal, and it will send him to first base. That's one of those easy ones you can take. You could see it coming, and little breaking pitch that just, I mean, just stand there and take it. That's all you can say. But that's going to bring McKinney up. Sophomore will bat with runners at the corners and 2 outs. McKinney had a big hit right after Neal in that game against Warren. He took the first pitch he saw down the third base line, scored another run, drove another run in, rather. And he'll be behind the plate tonight to catch Robertson. Having a pretty good start to the year. He's batting .250. Neal back as they check on the runner at first base. Again, Branch is at third. Jeffrey Neal is over at third. Here's the next one from Edwards. Swing and a miss. Looks like he jumped the gun on that pitch. Out in front of it a little bit. Thomas led things off with a single. Smith had a single. Robertson grounded out. There's a strike outside corner. 0-2 count now. Runners didn't advance on the Robertson put out, 5-3. Branch then hit to the shortstop. Shortstop threw home to try to get Thomas. Was not in time. The ball got away, but he was safe either way. Branch ended up at second, Smith at third. Trip O'Hara drove the next one in, ran into the shortstop, and that leads us 2-0. Neal got hit by a pitch, and McKinney drives one through the hole on the left side, and that'll bring Branch in. Just a nice little single. Put the bat on the ball right there, and the Cardinals go up in this one 3-0 with 2 outs still in the top of the first inning. Neal took off running on the pitch. That caused the shortstop to vacate his position. I don't think he would have got the ball either way. I think it was in the hole, but it surely didn't help. Ball was lined into the grass in left field, and another run crosses the plate. So that brings in the senior, Camden Fairview. Camden Fairview playing right field, looking for his first hit of the year. That one's fouled over to the on-deck circle of the Cardinals. Neal at second, McKinney at first base. Cardinals have put 3 on the board so far. Next pitch way outside. 1-1 the count. Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball here on YouTube. We're glad you're with us. If you're not able to make the trip up Highway 79, we're here for you, bringing you some baseball. Here's the next one, 1-1. Fouled. Fain's just early, just jumping the gun a little bit. Shaking his head. He knows he's got an opportunity here to help the Cardinals in the first inning, but got to get settled in. Edwards looks, now deals. That's going to be strike number 3 across the inside corner of the plate. And down go the Cardinals, but not before they put 3 on the board in the top of the first. 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Cardinals lead 3-0 over the Wildcats. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Going to the bottom half of the first inning, the Cardinals have a lead 3-0 over the Wildcats of Watson Chapel. On a cloudy but nice Friday afternoon for baseball. As the Cardinals on the field now, defensively ready to go. Logan Robertson has taken his warm-up pitches, and he is ready to set the defense up for the Cardinals real quick. Robertson is on the mound tonight. It's his second start of the year. We'll look at some stats in a moment. Carson McKinney behind the plate. Trip O'Hara at first base. A.J. Smith at second. Going to branch at third. Richard Clardy is at shortstop. Across the outfield, A.J. Alsobrook in left field. Martavius Thomas in center. And Kevin Fain is in right field. First batter up for the Wildcats, Jonathan Goins. He steps in and takes ball inside. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Robertson has pitched in 2, started 1. ERA sits at a 3.93. Ooh, a challenge fastball there. And Goins wasn't able to connect with it. He's now in the hole 1-2. Robertson has 6 strikeouts. 5 walks. I think it was the 4th inning of the Lakeside game where he walked 3, if I'm remembering correctly. Good strikeout right there by Robertson. He came back and challenged him with the fastball. Goins wasn't able to pull the trigger. I think he was looking something off speed right there and did not get it. A good pitch. And 1 out. That brings up number 13, Dylan Taylor. Taylor's the catcher. He takes strike 1. Down in the zone, good looking pitch. It's always good to start and at bat with a strike if you're on the mound. There's the next one, foul back to the right. Might have taken our camera out. So Taylor in the hole, 0-2. Delivery. There's a drive out to right center field. That ball is going to be, dropped by Fain. He attempted to make a sliding catch. I couldn't tell if that was inside, in and out of his glove, or if he just wasn't able to get to it. Boy, I thought there for a second he was going to make that catch. Just couldn't haul it in, and that gives the Wildcats a base runner. So Taylor gets a single there. Bring in a pinch runner, number 8. Not sure what his name is. Number 8 is Devin. Justin Johnson is the runner, number 8. He takes his lead. Robertson checks, now delivers. Swing and a miss. Devin Mitchell is the batter, number 2, the shortstop. I was going to say, it wouldn't surprise me to see Robertson go to first before the batter was ever ready. The runner, Johnson, was taking his lead. Nobody was really set. If I were Robertson, I'd probably keep my foot off the mound for a minute. But here's the pitch. There's a drive out to center field. Thomas goes back, now gets underneath it, makes the catch, and 2 outs. Here for the Cardinals defense here in the bottom half of the first inning, 3-0 Cardinals lead. Runner still at first base, 2 outs. That brings up number 19, Greg Gable. Gable is the left fielder. 3:15 down the lines here. 365 dead away center. Check on the runner back at first. He's back safely. Gable waiting on his first pitch. Throw back over to first. Ball gets away from O'Hara, but he's able to corral it, or actually Smith comes over to get it. Cardinals playing without their head coach tonight. Coach Troy Keith is on leave for the evening. Big congratulations to him. Coming anyway. There's a swing and a miss. Good fastball from Robertson. 0-1 count. Coach Keith tying the knot tomorrow. So he had something else he had to take care of tonight. There's a pitch outside, just off the corner. Didn't get the strike there. Good pitch, though. Coach Carmody, Coach Long are in control. Here's the next one, 1-1. Grounder, shortstop. Ball's picked up by Clardy. Tossed to Smith at second. Force out made, and that will do it for the Wildcats in the bottom of the first. So 1 hit, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Cardinals lead going to the top of the second, 3-0. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Top of the second inning in Watson Chapel. The Cardinals on top of the Wildcats, 3-0. Scored 3 in the first. Already have 3 hits in the ball game. At the bottom of the order, Rashard Clardy is going to bat. Try to turn things over with the runner on base if he can get on here. Pitch high and taken for a ball. Edwards out for his second inning of work. 28 pitches is where he stands. Here's the next one. That's going to be a strike inside corner. One count. Clardy. He watches one outside in the dirt. 2-1. Clardy on the year is batting .300. He has 2 singles, a double. Has driven in 6. He watches a close one there, just off the plate outside, and it runs the count 3-1. Thomas waits on deck. He can maybe bat with a runner on here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball back over to the left side. Clardy was 1 for 3 in the ballgame on Tuesday against Warren. Bats here in the top of the second. The Cardinals leading 3-0. No outs. Edwards pitches. Drive out to left field. Is that ball going to get down fair? It is a fair ball. Clardy hustling around first. Going to try to make it into second for a double, and he will do it standing up. So Clardy keeps a hot bat going and keeps his Cardinal offense, or gets them going rather, here in the second inning. Clardy turned on an inside fastball and was able to keep it in the line and hustled out of the box. Coach Long sent him to second, and he was there safely. So Thomas bats now. with a runner in scoring position. Thomas, a single to center field, a little soft hit over the bag into the grass. He watches ball one outside. Stole a base and ended up scoring. Thank you. Here's the pitch. That's going to hit off the catcher into the backstop, and Clardy's going to be moving over to third base. So now 90 feet away. A wild pitch, I would think. What did you score that wild pitch? Looked like it hit the dirt, and then the catcher tried to stay in front of it, but it just bounced off his knee pad maybe. So 2 balls on Thomas. Swing and a drive out to right field. That ball is going to be caught by the right fielder. Clardy's going to come in to score, so an RBI for Mr. Thomas. The Cardinals have a 4-0 lead. So Clardy did a good job getting on base in scoring position, moved up, and then on the wild pitch, and then came in on the sacrifice fly from Thomas. That brings up A.J. Smith. He bats with no one on here in the top half of the second, and is looking at a 1-0 count. Smith had a base hit up the middle in front of the center fielder in the first. And he watches strike one inside corner. Here's the next one from Edwards. Big hop out to shortstop. A good play by the shortstop, but Smith is going to make it safely. Boy, that ball hit and bounced very high. The third baseman had no chance to get to it. The shortstop moved over right at the edge of the grass behind the third baseman, fielded it, tried to make a throw, but just not in time. Too much air under that one. It looks like the home area, the dirt there's a lip that comes out of the dirt onto the grass. And I guess maybe it hit right on that lip, and when it did, it just took a tremendous hop. And that's going to give Smith another hit. So 2 hits on the day for A.J. Smith. And Robertson comes to the plate. He grounded out to third in his first at bat. There's a hit to third base, and that one, third baseman Goins could not field it. Smith is going to make it to third base. That took a pretty nasty hop, and the third baseman is down. Yeah, it was a hard shot, and looked like it hit just short of Goins. He tried to field it kind of backhand, but his body was there too, and I don't know where it hit him, if it hit him on his leg or maybe it may have hit his knee. So Smith moved to third on the hit, ruled a base hit. Robertson is at first base. They're checking on Goins right now. Hope this young man is all right. He gets to his feet. Looks like he's going to try to walk it off. The hot corner, they say. And that was a hot shot. He stayed in front of it. Looks like he's going to be okay. He does have a little bit of a limp. So I don't know. Well, I tell you, you get hit in the leg and in the shin or the knee, and that sucker will just knot up and just be a pain. But he's going to stay in there, so good job for that young man. Hopefully it'll loosen up and he can keep playing. Smith was off with the pitch, so he easily made it. The ball bounced off of Goins high and in the air back into left field. Left fielder got to it, but not in time to keep Smith from going to third. So now Branch bats with one out, runners at the corners. One runner already across. Runner going Robertson. Throw back down to third, and he is out. Robertson took off running for second base. The catcher came up, faked a throw to third, and then, second, and then quickly turned and threw to third. Smith just too big of a lead right there and got caught looking. Good throw, good catch by Goins and a tag, and that's the second out. So a running mistake for the Cardinals here in the second inning. And now 2 outs on the board. Robertson is at second base. Branch batting. Here's the pitch. Branch looks at a ball high. It's 1-1. Running mistake. Cardinals have had several of those early on in this season. Well, you hate seeing an out at third like that. Pitch outside. Ball 2, 2-1. So the putout was 2-5. Here's the pitch to Branch. Inside there. Inside strike. So a 2-2 count now. Cardinals do have one on the board. Sacrifice fly by Thomas brought Clardy in. Clardy got on with a double. Here's the pitch. There's a drive. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. Robertson's going to make the turn. He's going to come in, easily scores as the ball was not picked up by the center fielder. And that right there will make Coach Keith happy. Gunnar Branch going middle, oppo, and a base hit just out of the reach of the second baseman, just to the left of the pitcher from his perspective. So a run comes in. It makes the score 5-0 here in the top of the second. And now Trip O'Hara stands back in. O'Hara had a 6-3 out, but an RBI back in the first. It's good to see the Cardinals hitting the ball, though. Already 6 hits in this ball game. Pitch is high. Inside, ball 1. Edwards sitting at 46 pitches on the day, still in the second inning. Tripp tries to bunt one, but bunts it foul. That ball was in his eyes. And if it's in his eyes, it's pretty high. So Coach Carmody wants to have a visit with his first baseman. I want to remind you, 4 home games for the Cardinals next week. We'll be at home on Monday against Genoa. Tuesday's a conference game against Crossit. Thursday is a non-conference against the Wildcats of El Dorado. And then conference game against Monticello on Friday. So we invite you to come out. Had a great crowd Tuesday. Come out and support these Cardinals, but we will have a game for you here, Lord willing. Here's the next pitch. Drive to right field. Right fielder giving chase. That ball's shallow, but the right fielder makes the catch. And that will put the Cardinals down, but they scored 2. 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 left on base. Cardinals lead 5-0 going into the bottom of the second. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Camden Fairview Cardinal Baseball here on YouTube, Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball channel. And we are playing a conference game. We're in Watson Chapel, taking on the Wildcats. Cardinals lead 5-0, bottom of the second inning. Logan Robertson on the mound, and his first pitch to his counterpart. No, I'm sorry, this is Howard. Yeah, Edwards is next. This is to the center fielder, Howard. First pitch is ball, spiked in the dirt. Robertson, very efficient first inning, 12 pitches. There's a fly ball, or a popped fly ball to the first baseman, O'Hara, who makes the call, makes the catch in the first out. Now comes Colton Edwards, the pitcher. He bats with one out in the bottom of the second. Robertson looking very good tonight on the mound. There's strike one. Getting ahead early in the count. Sets him up. He's got a really nice curveball. Complements his fastball. There's a foul ball back to the screen. Need Mike Fisher and his sound effects. Broken glass. 0-2 count to Edwards. There's that curveball. Good piece of hitting by Edwards. Good fielding by A.J. Smith, though. Ball was hit lightly to the right side between first and second. That ball had a lot of spin on it, too. Smith did a great job of staying down on the ball and letting it just come into his glove. Then a nice turn and throw, and that's out number 2. Good piece of defensive play right there. Fastball high for a ball against number 15, Marquez Brantley. Is that right? Yes. Swing and a miss. Brantley, the second baseman for the Wildcats. There's strike number 2. That one at the letters, just a little down maybe. 1-2 count. That ball comes inside. It's taken for a ball, 2-2. Here's the next one from Robertson. Fastball, strike number 3. And Brantley goes down looking, and the Cardinals work a very efficient inning. I believe that was 10 pitches for Robertson right there. And good job, good defense. That's what you got to see. What you like to see, some good efficient baseball. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base. The Cardinals lead 5-0 going into the top of the third. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Going into the top of the third, the Cardinals have the lead 5-0 against the Wildcats. Conference game number 2 for the Cardinals. Won their first one against Warren on Tuesday. But they're up 5-0 in this one, and Jeffrey Neal coming to the plate. Neal got hit by a pitch, stranded at second in the first inning. He bats here in the third. Edwards on the mound again. 48 pitches in the books already, and there's his 49th, high and outside for ball number 1. Lady Cardinals played here last night against the Lady Wildcats, or the Lady Cats. Lady Cardinals winners 4-0 on the road. They're home tonight against El Dorado. We'll try to get a score update to pass along to you. Go support them if you get a chance as well. Timeout called on the field. Coach Fox is going to go talk to his starting pitcher, Edwards. Edwards looking a little unsettled in this third inning. 2 pitches, both of them high and outside. We'll also try to get a schedule update for the Lady Cardinals. Again, we'll be home 4 games next week. Not sure what their schedule looks like. If we can get that pulled up, we'll let you know. Hogs play tonight. Basketball, 7 o'clock against Missouri. Baseball plays tonight. Who are they playing? Louisiana Tech, that's right. I can't read that writing. That must be from Alabama. Miss Georgia sitting up here with us. So hospitable. These people here at Watson Chapel has been great. She apparently is from Alabama or just likes Alabama. Okay, she said she's from it, from Alabama. Finds the strike zone there, so it's 3-1 now on Neal. Here's the next one, inside, and a ball. That pitch looked pretty good from our perspective, but did not get the call for Edwards, and so Neal takes a base, a walk. He's on twice tonight, and McKinney comes up. He's singled in a run back in the first. Alabama has a very good basketball team. Arkansas obviously on the rise, ranked number 8. Yes, we know Alabama has a good football team. McKinney at the plate now with the runner at first base. Edwards checking on the runner again. Second time he's thrown over O'Neal. Oh, that says 18-0. Was the score 18-0 last night, the Lady Cardinals? Did y'all? Oh, y'all weren't here? Okay. Yes. So we may have got some faulty information. Here's the pitch to McKinney outside. Edwards just struggling to find a zone right now. Playing El Dorado now, is that correct? At home. Neal with the lead. Edwards deals. Ball high, 2-0. Or 3-0. Was that 2-0 or 3-0? 2-0. Here's Edwards. He checks on Neal again. Do we not have a max preps we can look at? Oh, that stopped. All right. Hey, the Lady Cardinals are 5-0. Great start to the season. Here's the pitch. McKinney looks at ball number 3 outside. So a 3-0 count. Neal at first base. No outs. We're in the top of the third. Cardinals leading 5-0. The pace of this game is slowed tremendously here in the top of the third. Edwards laboring on the mound. 56 pitches. He will get the call on that one. Fastball outside corner to McKinney. Now you standing there ready to swing the bat. Neal has given Edwards fits at first base. Edwards has checked on him about 4 times in this at bat and has stepped off a couple. Here's the pitch. That ball is going to be high over the head of McKinney. He'll trot to first base. So Camden Fairview steps up with a chance to drive a run in, but probably going to be against a new pitcher as Coach Fox makes the walk back to the mound. So we'll see what the change will be. And a tough outing so far for Edwards. It will be a change, and we'll give you the change in just a moment once we get a number and a name. That is number 15. Number 15 is Marquez Brentley. He will come in from second base and take the mound for the Wildcats. So we'll take a quick break. Keep your eyes on it. You can watch him warm up here. Cardinals lead 5-0. It's a pitcher change here in the top of the 3rd inning. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. All right, we've had a pitching change here at Watson Chapel. Marquez Brentley will take over on the mound. And Edwards, I believe he has gone to second base. So Brentley steps in with 2 runners on. Camden Fairview to the plate. Fairview struck out looking back in the first. He watches ball 1 inside. Well, Fairview was way out in front of a couple pitches, fouling them off in the first, and then ended up watching strike 3. He's working with a 1-0 count now. Pitch outside, 2-0. Neal is at second. He walked. McKinney is at first. He walked. Next pitch is a ball outside. (3-0). Ball 4 outside, so Fairview is going to reach. That's going to load the bases here for Clardy, who is swinging a hot bat right now. He doubled back in the second, ended up scoring. On a sacrifice fly by Martavius Thomas, who waits on deck with an opportunity here in a minute, or hoping for an opportunity. Clardy watches ball 1 high. Steps out, checks his signs from Coach Carmody, steps back in. Here's the pitch. That ball, I thought it caught him on his jersey. I guess it did not. Yeah, Coach would have preferred him to lean that shoulder just a little bit. So a 2-0 count. That one behind Clardy, And Brentley, B-R-E-N-T-L-E-Y, is just struggling to finish the pitch. Pretty much everything has been inside to a right-handed batter. That one behind the right-handed batter. There's a pitch that he finishes, but a ball outside and high, and a run is going to come in on the walk by Clardy, and that brings in the top of the order and Martavius Thomas. Thomas had a single, stolen base, scored a run in the first inning, sacrifice fly in the second, and he bats now with the bases loaded and watches strike one on the outside corner of the plate. Right, a center fielder shifting just a little to right field. Big gap out left center. And Thomas would like nothing but to put one in that gap. Ball one. 1-1 to count. That one way outside, and McKinney's going to score on the wild pitch. All the runners advance, and so the Cardinals pick up a run, another run there. Takes away the force, so you've got runners now at second and third. Still no outs. Here's the next one. Thomas connects on one to right field. The runner's going to come. Fain comes across the plate. Clardy's going to come in to score, and Thomas ends up at second base. Found one down the middle. Thomas did a great job of turning on it, finding the grass in right field, driving two in, and the Cardinals lead now 9-0 in the top of the third inning. So bases clearing. You give him a single, single, and advanced on the throw. Thomas already with 2 hits in this ball game. That's a strike on the inside corner to Smith. Smith with 2 hits in this ball game already. And the Cardinals, like I said, 9-0. Brentley down the middle but low, ball 1. That pitch hits Smith on the left shoulder. Just flew in on him, and he'll go to first and put runners now at first and second, with Robertson coming to the plate and Coach Fox coming out to visit with his pitcher. Watson Chapel, just pitchers struggling here in the third to find the zone. Edwards pitched all in the zone in the first 2 innings. The Cardinals just able to hit him. But in this one, we've had 4 walks and a hit batter and a single. Still no outs here in the top half of the third inning. 4 runs across the dish. Robertson had a single back in the second inning. He stole a base, ended up scoring a run. Gunnar Branch drove him in with a single up the middle. Robertson a chance to get Thomas across, maybe even Smith with a drive in the grass. There's a ball high. Ball that tails inside and low on Robertson. 2-0 count. Thomas off and running. Grounder back up the middle. It's going to be played by the shortstop. A good play, but he's going to not be able to make the throw to first. That ball hit off the mound. The pitcher, Brentley, tried to field it, but it hit off the dirt and skipped back towards the shortstop position. Shortstop was covering the middle, so he had to reach kind of behind him to field the ball. He did that, but could not get to his feet and make a good throw to first. So Robertson's safe on an infield hit. runners advance second and third, so full bags now for Branch, and he watches ball one. Thomas Smith were off on the pitch. I'm really surprised that Thomas didn't end up scoring there. Coach Carmody held him up. The first baseman did a good job of picking the ball off the dirt. There's a strike to Branch. And they kept the runner from scoring. But Branch already an RBI single back in the second. He's looking to maybe pick up a couple of more right here. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 is our count now. Branch stands in, fouls it off, just stays alive. All of a sudden, Brentley has found the zone on the outside corner to a right-handed batter. Branch crowds the plate, stands up in the box. Here's the pitch. That's a little too far outside, so the count now 2-2. 9-0, Cardinals on top. Pretty good contingent of fans from Camden Fairview made the trip up. Here's the next one. Up and high and fouled off to the left. Branch turned on that one. He was a little bit out in front. So we'll do it again, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-2 the count. And Branch came into this game batting .222. He did have 2 RBIs, picked up one here already. And he's going to grab another one. He got hit in the back by the pitch. Thomas comes in to score. Smith moves to third, Robertson to second. And the 9th batter of the inning comes in for the Cardinals. This is O'Hara. Tripp not having his best game so far, but he's got a chance to really do some damage right here if he can find a pitch and connect with it. Cardinals already played him 4 in this inning, or excuse me, 5. There's a pitch outside. And have done so with only 2 hits. And there still are no outs in the inning. Ooh, there's a pitch he could hit. Just fouled it off back behind the plate. I think he wants that one back. Good spot to get his arms extended, do some damage. Brentley now delivers. There's one. He turns on it. Stabbed by Goins at third. He makes the play. Throws home and gets Smith for the force out. Catcher turns and tries to get O'Hara at first and almost does. Good play by the catcher. Good play by the third baseman as well. And so 1 out, no runs scored on that one. It's a pretty hot shot to third base. Goins playing up with his toes on the grass and made a good play. He took one off of the leg somewhere a while ago, and he's still standing in there playing strong. Good job by that young man. So now Neal bats with the bases loaded. 1 out, and he takes ball 1. Tripp reaches by fielder's choice. A.J. Smith was out on the 5-3 put out for the first out of the inning. Ball 2 outside, 1 out, 10-0. Here's the next one, way outside. Catcher had to get to his feet to catch that one. So a 3-0 count to Jeffrey Neal, who started this inning off with a walk. And he takes a second one and gets a run across. Robertson comes in to score. So Neal has been on base 3 times tonight. Once He got hit by the pitch, and then he has walked twice. He scored once. McKinney swings at one as he steps in and misses it. 0-1 the count. McKinney steps in with Gunnar Branch at third, Triple Hair at second, Jeffrey Neal at first. He takes one off of his leg, and he will go down to first, but the catcher, I don't know if he fell on his hand. He went after the pitch. The pitch ended up hitting Carson on the leg. Oh, the ball hit him. Ball came back and hit, ricocheted off of Carson and ended up hitting the catcher, Dylan Taylor. He's up, though. He's just catching his breath. So another run across for the Cardinals. That was Branch. Now O'Hara's over at third. Neal is at second, and McKinney is at first. He got hit by the pitch there. Kevin Fain, he struck out looking in the first, walked earlier in this inning and scored. I'd like to see him get a pitch here to drive. Something positive, something he can build off of. There's one in the dirt, low, and ball one. There's one he swings at. It just kind of falls low outside, but Fain put a swing on it. So 1-1 the count. Rentley delivers. There's one he could hit. Oh, just missed it out in front of it. And Fain is now in the hole 1-2. That one in the dirt. 2-2. Good eye right there. Sometimes you just need a little bit of positivity. 12-0 the score. That's pretty positive for the Cardinals. Here's the next one outside. 3-2 now on Fain. Really no place to put him. Bases loaded here. No, one out. And here's the pitch. Just got a piece of it foul. And Fain stays alive. One out here. That out was a fielder's choice out. Trip O'Hara grounded it to third baseman. Pretty hot shot. Goins fielded it through home. Got Smith out at home. But the bases remain loaded. 6 runs. 7 runs across the plate in this third inning. Scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 7 here in the third. 12-0 the score. Robertson's on the mound pitching a great game. Up to, I think, 21 pitches already. Only 21 pitches in the game. But he has sat a long time in this one. Fain drives one to right field. It's going to go foul. Just a little bit outside the line. Boy, that looked good right there. Still just a little in front of it. That would have scored 2. But we'll set up and do it again. Yeah, these innings like this, you can see Robertson over there on the bands just trying to stay warm. You want to keep that mentality, want to keep that body fresh too, and he has set a long time here in the top half of this third inning. Here's the pitch. There's Fain driving one to right center field. That's going to be the gap. That's going to go all the way, well, not all the way to the fence, but it's going to be a 2-run double for Fain, and he finds the hole out there. That ball hit and plugged like it was a 9-iron. But it does drive in 2 runs, so a good piece of hitting right there by Kevin Fain, 2-run double. And the Cardinals still bat with 1 out. Already 9 across here in this inning. Shard Clardy comes up. He doubled, scored in the second, walked, scored earlier in this inning. Takes ball 1 outside. Like to see that hitting. Fain finally able to time it up. Center fielder was playing straight up. Right fielder was a little close to the line, so it was a big gap in right center, and he found it. There's a ground ball to third base. Goins fields it on a hop, makes a big, strong throw across the diamond. And Clardy is out. No runners advance. Goins, he is a solid defender at third base. Two outs now. We're back to the top of the order again. And Martavius Thomas, 2 singles and a sacrifice in this one. Wanting some more. Here's the pitch. Thomas swings a little late, fouls it off outside the fence over here at third base. Stands in again, 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swings and fouls it back to the backstop. Thomas already with 3 RBIs in the game. Here's the next one. That's driven out to right center field. The right fielder is there, cannot make the catch. 2 runs are going to score. Thomas is going to run around first. He's going to make it into second. A hustle double right there. And 2 more runners in. The right fielder came in, tried to make a sliding catch. Was not able to corral it. Got past him a little bit, but Thomas, just a hustle double. Came around first, got another gear, and slid into second for a 2-run double. Next pitch is to A.J. Smith. He's been on base 3 times. And looking to drive Thomas in here. Cardinals still batting in the third. There's a ball hit out to right center field, or just over the second baseman's head. I'll get my words right. Thomas is going to come around to score on an RBI single by A.J. Smith. That ball kind of fisted off the handle. Smith able to muscle it out over the second baseman's head, finds the grass in right center, and drives Thomas in. So Cardinals keep hitting. We're in the third inning. Still just 2 outs. And Robertson bats. He is 2 for 3. He has scored twice. There's a drive through the gap. Second and third, Smith was off with the pitch. He's trying to advance to third base, and he is thrown out by the left fielder. A great throw as he came up gunning to third base. Smith is down. Not sure if he jammed his hand into the base, but we'll check on that in a moment. But that's another out at third base. The Cardinals, however, do score a bunch of runs in the third inning. And we will give you the tally in just a minute. Score is 14-0. That's not right. Yeah, the score, I was to say that's not right. Score is 17-0. There it is. Yes, 17-0 is the score. 12 runs in the inning. And they will come in to play a little defense. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. All right, we're back here for the bottom of the third inning. The Cardinals lead 17-0 over the Watson Chapel Wildcats. Cardinals put 12 on the board in the third inning. 6 hits, no errors, 1 left on base in the top of the third. And Robertson is back out to pitch here in the bottom of the third. That is his 23rd pitch of the game. He has pitched very efficiently. Change defensively for the Cardinals. Jackson Bradshaw takes over at second base for A.J. Smith. Everything else stays the same at the moment. Robertson quickly working, 1-1 count. Here's the next one. There's a fly ball out to center field. Thomas drifts over underneath it to his right, makes the catch, and the first out of the inning was Tyler Clay. Now bats Daniel Nelson, number 9. Nelson, the right fielder. Here's the first one from Robertson. He's grooving right now. Strike called right down the middle. Nelson bats from the left side of the plate. Next pitch, high. Cardinals 6 hits in the top of the inning. There's a swing and a miss by Nelson. 5 walks in the top of the third. There's a strike. 3 looking. Nelson fooled on that one, and watch strike 3. And that brings up Goins. He struck out looking back in the first inning. And there were in that inning 2 3-hit batters. Cardinals very effective at the plate in that third inning. Here's the first pitch. Goins skies it up. McKinney on the move, and it's just outside the fence. No, it must have. Did it hit the fence there? Because McKinney has the ball. I guess it may have rolled off the fence. McKinney made a big hustle to get there. Just ricocheted a little. Goins stands in again. 0-1 count. Robertson in his windup and the pitch. There's a big drive left field. That's going to go foul. Hard hit ball by Goins, but just foul. Yeah, it's a good thought, too. We're sitting there discussing what the next pitch will be. We're going to find out from Robertson right here. It is the high heater. Fouled off. Goins is way out in front. I do have to think I wouldn't want to help him by changing that speed down. But, boy, you change that eye level with a curveball. That can be quite effective. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's the curveball and does get him swinging. Goins goes down on strikes, and the Cardinals are out of the third inning. It's 17-0. The Cardinals on top in this one. We're going to the top of the fourth. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. So glad you're with us on a Friday night. Cloudy skies, but it is a pleasant evening for baseball. The Cardinals have traveled up to Watson Chapel in an 8-4A matchup, conference matchup. Cardinals 1-0 in conference and looking to go 2-0. Right now it's looking pretty good, 17-0. The Cardinals are leading against the Wildcats going into the top of the fourth. New pitcher on the mound is number 7. He is a lefty. Matthew Howard is the new pitcher. Got word from Camden that the Lady Cards are up 3-0, starting the bottom of the third. That was about 5 minutes ago, last update. Playing El Dorado tonight. This game has gotten a little out of hand in the third. The Wildcats pitchers couldn't find the zone. And then when they did, the Cardinals were ready to swing the bat. So we'll see how this top half of the fourth goes with the new pitcher Howard. Gunnar Branch is going to be leading things off. The inning ended with Smith rounding second, going for third for the Cardinals on a Logan Robertson line drive base hit to left field. The left fielder got himself an assist as he came up, gunning to third, and the throw was on target. Smith was out at third. But Branch bats here in the top half of the fourth. Cardinals sit comfortably 17-0. So Mr. Howard on the mound, he gets his sign and he will deliver. Branch swinging on the first one, fouled. Over to the right, the first baseman underneath it. He will make the catch. One pitch, one out here in the top of the fourth. That brings O'Hara to the plate. He reached by fielder's choice in the third inning, ended up scoring. He is wanting to get something in the grass or over the fence, one of the two. Here's the pitch. That comes inside on O'Hara. Not sure that was where the catcher wanted it. Here's the next one. Inside. Catcher is Dylan Taylor. He has had to do a lot of work today. He's kind of showing it with his body language. 2-0 count, one out. We're in the top of the fourth. O'Hara is batting. That pitch comes inside, catches a little bit of the black of the plate, and the strike is called. 2-1 the count. So here's the 2-1. Tripp swings and fouls one off to the right. That ball was on the outside of the plate. Tripp just a little bit late on it. He'll dig back in, 2-2 count. Lefty Howard kicks and delivers in the dirt. Ball 3. This pace has slowed again. Howard, though, now delivers. Tripp pops one up. That's going to be the shortstop ball. He's underneath it, makes the catch. And it is 2 outs in the top of the fourth. A.J. Alsobrook will now bat. He bats in Neal's spot. Neal was the DH. Alsobrook's been playing left field, but he now bats. from the left side of the plate. Lefty facing lefty here. Here's the first pitch to also Brook. He hits one to the right, out of play. Just not able to stay back on it. Pitches a little bit slower than I think they're wanting. They're going to learn to keep their hands back. Here's the next one. High, ball one. Here's the 1-1 to also Brook. Howard is high. 2-1 the count. Branch popped out in foul territory to the first baseman. Trip O'Hara popped out to the shortstop. Also Brook stands with a 2-1 count. Pitch is outside. 3-1. Here's the windup in the delivery. That's going to go outside as well, and that puts also Brook on. The speedy left fielder. He reaches base, and Carson McKinney will come to the plate. McKinney had a single, a walk, has been hit by a pitch, scored 2 runs. Has driven in 2 runs. Here's the pitch outside, ball 1. Got to remember, tomorrow night we have to change our clocks. Be longer days. Also Brook off and running. The ball is hit back to the shortstop. He bobbles it, tries to make the play at second, but also Brook was there already, and McKinney is on base. So the ball was grounded just to the right of the pitcher. The shortstop rather. Mitchell, he made a good defensive play to get there, but he was thinking he was going to be able to grab the ball, touch second, and make the force out. Also Brook was off on the pitch though, and his speed created problems as Mitchell then bobbled the ball, but wasn't going to be there anyway at second. But he never could make a throw to first to get McKinney. So how are we ruling that? Was that a fielder's choice? That's what I ruled it as well. Fielder's choice for McKinney. He's on base, though, for the 4th time tonight. That brings up Michael Sewell. Pete stands in and swings hard at one, misses, and it's a 1-1 count. Or no 1 count, rather. Here's the next one. Sewell fouls it back over the backstop, 0-2. Sewell is 0 for on the year. Has not had an official at bat. Also Brook. There's strike 3. That pitch on the outside corner, and Sewell goes down looking. So the Cardinals score no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 left on base. Cardinals up 17-0. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. We're going to the bottom half of the fourth inning. The Cardinals lead 17-0 in this conference matchup against the Watson Chapel Wildcats. Robertson on the mound for his fourth inning of work. He's at only 34 pitches. He has pitched a very good baseball game. Several defensive changes. We'll give them to you. McKinney's still behind the plate. Daniel Bryan comes in at first base. And Jackson Bradshaw came in last inning at second. Richard Clardy is at shortstop. Gunnar Branch still at third. Left field, Richard Clardy comes in, senior. Take over. Also, Brooks shifts from left to center. He takes over from Clardy takes over from Martavius Thomas. But State goes to left field. Also, Brooks goes to center field. And Michael Sewell is in right field. So that's your defensive setup. Right now, it's time for the next batter. Dylan Taylor, the catcher, comes in. He'll face Robertson for the second time. He had a single back in the first, but was out on a fielder's choice to end the inning later that inning. They're checking. Oh, no, they're wanting to get a baseball off the field. I thought he was checking to see if he swung. I was like, he didn't even attempt. I think the umpire down at first base might have thought the same, like, well, what do you need? Coach Carmody runs out and gets the baseball. Nope, there's another one. Home plate umpire is concerned about those baseballs over there in the corner. And the cameras. All right, so we're back to action. 1-0 count, no outs. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fourth, Robertson. He will deliver. Curveball falls in, strike one. Had a big 12-6 break on that one. There's a hit out to right field. Sewell is underneath it, and he will make the catch. Pretty good little pop off the bat for Taylor, but Sewell was playing the right spot, had to move to his right just a little bit. It made a good catch for the first out. So now the shortstop comes in, Devin Mitchell. He flew out to center field in the first inning. Swing and a miss. Big cut right there from Mitchell, but couldn't connect on the fastball up from Robertson. Here's the next one to Mitchell. That one is down just a little bit, ball one. So Watson Chapel's home dugout functions as their clubhouse as well. There's a swing and a miss. It's got a little awning out. Kind of makes me think of a little restaurant or something. Maybe I'm just hungry, but good looking facility here though for Watson Chapel. Ooh, a big curveball right there. Mitchell able to stay alive, foul it off. Robertson pitches. That ball is popped up. That's going to be called by, oh no, miscommunication, shortstop and second to third base. And that ball fell to the ground, so Mitchell's going to get on by error. So Gunnar, he called it. I couldn't hear Clardy. Obviously can't hear either one of them, but you could see, I could see from Gunnar's position to call that ball. Clardy comes up, but neither one of them wanted to give up the position. So the ball hit off the glove, off of Clardy's glove, and falls to the ground. Gunnar ran into the glove. That's two seniors too. You know, that's just a head game right there. You can chalk that up maybe to the fact that we're up 17-0, and your adrenaline is somewhat lax at this point, potentially. Not that it should be. but it is. I could see that. And just not playing sound baseball right there. So that's a tough one to drop. You have a base runner now for Robertson. He has to work out of the stretch for only the second time tonight. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up behind the plate here. McKinney trying to find it. He does, makes the catch. And the runner at first didn't realize that it was oh, goodness gracious, didn't realize that it was just one out. He goes down to second. McKinney makes the catch, turns and looks. His throw to first base was short. Brian was not able to corral the throw. It got past him. He tried to pick it up and toss it to Bradshaw at first, second baseman Bradshaw. But the runner Mitchell was back safely. So some misplays here in the fourth inning for the Cardinals defensively after playing a very sound first 3 innings. And errors have been a little bit of an issue for the Cardinals. 5-0 the score for the Lady Cards, top of fourth. Thanks, Coach Mondin, for those updates. A 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Challenge fastball. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Mitchell still at first base. Here's the next one. Swing and a miss to Howard. He popped out to the first baseman back in the second inning. 2 outs right now. 1-2 count. Runner at first base. Robertson. Checks now, delivers, slips on the mound. Ball comes inside. It's 2-2. Here's the next one from Robertson. Runner goes. That ball is high. Throw down. Caught by Bradshaw, but the runner, Mitchell, is safe. Stolen base for number 2. Now a base hit likely scores a run for the Wildcats. Here you're throwing a shutout. Errors have led to a runner. There's a swing and a miss, though. Robertson gets out of the jam with a swinging strike, and Cardinals do not allow a run. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 errors, and 1 left on base. Cardinals up 17-0 as we go to the top of the 5th. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. All right, we're headed to the top of the 5th inning. 17-0 Cardinals lead this one. Cardinals have had a very good ball game. Put 3 on the board in the first, 2 in the second, 12 in the third. None last inning. Kept Watson Chapel off the scoreboard. If this this inning ends and the Cardinals are up by 10, that will be the game. 10-run rule after 5.
With a score of
Again, we mentioned 5-0 our score back in Camden. Lady Cards against El Dorado. Appreciate Coach Mina giving those updates. Hopefully that'll be a Lady Cardinal winner here in just a little while. And this will be a 5-2. Just got an update in the bottom of the fourth. That one from Mr. Carmen. Here's the next one. Ball outside, 2-0 the count on Richard Clardy. Clardy is 1 for 2. He has walked, he has scored twice, and driven in 1. Here's the next pitch. He fouls it off back to the backstop. Here's the next one. That ball stays up and outside. So Clardy has a 3-1 count. Here's the next one to him. Swing and a pop-up left side. That's going out to shallow center. Center fielder's in. He makes the catch. That's Josh Howard. And 1 out here in the bottom, in the top of the 5th. Richard Clardy's going to come in. He's batting. He took over for Thomas defensively last inning. I believe this will be his first official at bat in a varsity game. Outside. Oh, I'm so sorry. What did who do? He flew out to center field. Ball in the dirt, 2-0 count. On deck, Jackson Bradshaw. He took over for A.J. Smith in the 3rd defensively. This will be his first at bat coming up. Richard Clardy has a 3-0 count now. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Howard able to find the plate right there. Next pitch coming, 3-1. That's high and outside, ball 4. So Richard Clardy is going to be on base, and that brings up Jackson Bradshaw. This will be his first official at-bat in varsity play this year. He has pitched in a couple of JV games and pitched very well. He's getting a little action at second base tonight. Stands in with a chance to move a runner over, get on base. Howard steps off the mound rather. Here's the pitch. Strike called. It looked a little low from our perspective, but it was the call made. So 0-1 count. Cardinals lead 17-0. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the next one. Outside. Now the catcher wants to visit with his pitcher. Not sure what this is about. Catcher looks tired. I hate to say it, but he just looks tired. One count, 1 out. Richard Clardy stands on first. Pitch is outside just a little bit. Bradshaw batting with a 2-1 count now. Howard delivers high. 3-1. Here's the next one to Bradshaw. Swing and a miss. Had a pitch to hit there, just missed it. Runs the count full. And here it comes. There's a drive out to center field. Center fielder moves back, is able to get underneath it. He hauls it in for the second out. Bradshaw unable to move the runner over there, but he does make good contact. So now that brings in Robertson. He stands in tonight, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored. Hit the ball very well on his last at bat. Drove it through the hole between short and third base. Shortstop and third base. One-oh count to him. Got a pitch high. He turned on it and fouled it off back to the screen. And 1-1 the count. Again, 17-0 our score. We apologize. No scoreboard on the broadcast. We're going to try to get that working. But unable to tonight. 17-0 top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. Down, ball 2. Richard Clardy gets his lead at first. Now the throw's going to go over to first. He's back safely. There's a hit to the shortstop. Mitchell fields it, throws across the diamond. It is not on target. And Robertson legs it out. Is safe. That just not a real good throw. It was a little deeper in the hole for shortstop, but couldn't make the throw, and the pick could not be made by the first baseman. So that brings Gunnar Branch in. Branch 1 for 3 on the night, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Here is the first pitch to him, just a little bit high, says the umpire. Branch got on by fielder's choice in the first, RBI single in the second, hit by a pitch in the third, and a pop out to the first baseman. And now he's going to get beamed on the left side, and he takes a base. So the base is loaded again here. 2 outs, and that brings in Daniel Bryan. This will be his first varsity at bat. He took over for Trip O'Hara just last inning defensively. So he digs in here. First pitch, swing, he's way out in front. Wanted to get a piece of that one, just a little over anxious. Here's the next one to him. That one falls inside, ball 1, 1-1. Reminder, we'll have our JV game following this one. Here's the next one. There's a hit over to third base, and this time Goins lets it go under his glove. Runner scores, everyone's safe. And Bryan is on. It will be an E5, though. Just, you know, you get in a game when it's 17-0, you got to keep your head in it. We talked about that a while ago with the Cardinals. They had a dropped pop-up. That there Goins, who has played exceptionally well defensively, is just a mental lapse there. Led to a run scoring. So now also Brooks stands in. He takes a big swing and misses. He reached by walk back in the 4th inning. Chance to drive in a couple of runs here. Here is the pitch. It's popped out to the left fielder. Left field is going to miss it. It gets past him, and 2 runs are going to score. Brian moves to 3rd, also Brook to 2nd. So the left fielder looked like he had a track on it, but I don't think he took into account the fact that it was off of a left-handed bat. And that ball tailed away from him. He overran it and could not correct in time. So 2 more runs across here. It's 20-0 Cardinals lead, top of the 5th. McKinney bats now with 2 outs and runners at 2nd and 3rd. McKinney watches ball 1 high. So the Wildcats were 1 batter away from getting out of this inning with no runs scored, and now 3 have scored. 2 errors. Here's the next one to McKinney. That one's behind. McKinney goes to the backstop. No runners advance, though. Daniel wanted to. he took off, and Coach Carmody said, no, sir. "20 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals. No runs, 1 hit, and 4 errors for Watson Chapel." Here's the next one. McKinney swings, fist one over to second base. The second baseman fields it, throws over to first, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. But the Cardinals score 3 on no hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on base. Cardinals up 20-0 going to the bottom half of the 5th. This is Camden Fairview Cardinal baseball. Back at Watson Chapel, bottom of the 5th inning, Cardinals comfortably lead this one 20-0. Going into the bottom half of the 5th, new pitcher on the mound for the Cardinals is the sophomore Dylan Wendling, and he throws a pitch swung on, missed for strike one. Wendling has pitched. He pitched in Lakeside, in the game against Lakeside earlier this week. Foul ball back to the screen. Oh, the camera has dropped. Foul ball has caused a little bit of a bump in our home plate camera, so can't fix it at the moment. We'll try to get to it here in just a little bit. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Wendling. Ball high and outside. Wendling pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. None of those runs were earned, though, as he came in relief. 10-2, the score, top of the 5th now. Cardinals increase their lead against El Dorado. The Lady Cardinals, rather. Let me get that right. So 10-2 there back in Camden. 20-0 here. And ball number 2, 2-2 on the batter. Number 3, Colton Edwards. He grounded out to second base in his first at bat, first and only at bat back in the 2nd. That pitch is high. Here's the next one. That one's high, so Edwards is going to get on base. And that will bring up number 7. That's Howard, I believe. He's batting for Brentley. Closing the book on Logan Robertson, 4 innings pitched. Only gave up 1 hit, no runs, 5 strikeouts, no walks, through a total of 50 pitches. So a very efficient night in 4 innings of work for Mr. Robertson. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1 count now on Howard. Excuse me, on Edwards. No, on Howard. Yeah, Howard, right? Edwards is at first base. Is that right? Pitch is outside. 2-1. There's the next pitch, just a little bit high. 3-1 the count. Wendling struggling a little bit here to find the zone. Under the lights in Watson Chapel. That ball is outside and 2 walks in a row. Here in the bottom of the 5th, the Cardinals leading 20-0. Brings up Tyler Clay. He flew out to the center fielder back in the 3rd inning. Coach Carmody coming out to visit with his young sophomore pitcher. Defensively, Cardinals all the same. McKinney behind the plate. Bryan at first base. Bradshaw at second. Branch is at third. Richard Clardy is at shortstop. Left fielder is Richard Clardy. A.J. Alsobrook in center field. And Michael Sewell is in right field. Good night at the plate for the Cardinals. 20 runs, 13 hits. Also have had a total of 7 walks and 5 hit batters. There's a good pitch from Mr. Wendling, and that is an 0-1 count to Tyler Clay. Out of the stretch, Dylan has his sign. He throws just a little bit low. Kenny framed it there, but does not get the call. Here's the next one. That ball is high. Runs the count, 2-1. Runners at first and second, 2-1, no outs. That ball inside to Clay, and so now the count 3-1, and already 2 walks in this inning. Didn't get the call on the outside corner and a walk to Clay. That's going to load the bases. Not what you want to see here. Now, Windling's going to have to dig deep. Nowhere to put Daniel Nelson. He struck out looking in the 3rd inning. There's a good pitch. Strike 1 looking for Nelson, or for Windling against Nelson. Next pitch, a ball outside, ball 1 and 1 strike. Next pitch is high. Windling struggling with the ball up in the zone. 2-1 count. We again apologize about our home field camera, our home plate camera rather. There's a good pitch inside corner from Windling. It got bumped a while ago. I guess a fence to the backstop, and it is a little bit off kilter. We'll try to get that corrected in just a little bit. There's a foul ball off to the left. Count sits at 2-2 on Nelson. Here's the next pitch. Inside, but it gets past McKinney. McKinney hustles back, but the runner is going to score. Runners advance all the way around. So a pass ball there. Doesn't help things out with already 3 walks in the inning. Full count on Nelson. Here's the next one from Windling. Swing and a miss. And Nelson goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. So Goins comes back to the plate. He has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. Wind up and the pitch from Windling is a little blooper over the shortstop. He's going to make the catch. A great job of getting underneath that ball for Clardy. Looked like it might get over his head, but he did a good job of turning his body and running back to the spot where the ball was going to fall. Good defense right there by the senior shortstop, and 2 outs now with the 2 runners on base. 1 out to go, and Cardinals likely win this one. There's a strike right there. 20-1 now the score. Bottom of the 5th inning. JV game to follow. Stay tuned for that one. That pitch is outside. Last update, it was 10-2. Back in Camden, Lady Cardinals up on the Lady Cats of El Dorado. Next pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Dylan Taylor is the batter. It's a 1-2 count. He singled in the 1st. Thrown out on a fielder's choice in the 1st. He lined out to the right fielder in the 4th. Here's the next one from Windling. Popped up left side. That should be Gunnar Branch underneath that one. He does make the catch, and that will end this ball game. The Cardinals win their 2nd conference game in their 2nd try. This one against the Watson Chapel Wildcats. Cardinals win this one 20-1, and big win for the Cardinals tonight. Did a good job with the bats, and pitching was fantastic from Mr. Robertson. Dylan Windling came in and closed it up. We're going to take a quick break, come back. We'll kind of give you a little bit of stats here on how things are looking and how the game ended up, and then we will Get ready for our JV game. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Back here in Watson Chapel as we have finished the varsity game. Cardinals winning 20-1 in the varsity game against the Wildcats of Watson Chapel. Cardinals scored 3 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, and in their big inning, 12 runs in the third inning. A lot of walks, a lot of hits too. Cardinals did a good job offensively. 3 runs in the fifth, gave them 20. And then the Wildcats were able to get a run across the board across the plate on the bottom of the fifth. So 20-1 the score. Cardinals 20, 13 hits, 1 error. 1 run, 1 hit, 4 errors for the Wildcats. Martavius Thomas was 3 for 3, 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Anthony Smith, he was 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Logan Robertson, 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored. Gunnar Branch, 1 for 3, 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Triple O'Hara, no hits. He did get an RBI and a run scored. Jeffrey Neal, no official at bat, but he did score twice and got an RBI. He was hit by a pitch. He also walked 3 times. Carson McKinney was 1 for 3, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored, and he walked as well. Camden Fairview was 1 for 2, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored, and Rashard Clardy 1 for 3 with 1 RBI and 2 runs scored. He walked as well. Cardinals walked a total of 7 times in the ball game, and a really good stat to see. Only struck out twice, so only 2 strikeouts in the game for the Cardinals against 13 hits, 7 walks, and 20 runs. Pitching for the Cardinals, Logan Robertson, 4 innings pitched, 1 hit given up, 5 strikeouts, no walks, and of course no runs scored. Dylan Windling came in. He threw an inning in relief. He did give up a run. It was earned. He did strike out 1, but he walked 3. And that is the Cardinals' statistics. Shark Clardy, Camden Fairview, Martavius Thomas all had doubles. And had 3 stolen bases, Logan Robertson, Anthony Smith, and Martavius Thomas. So all in all, a good game for the Cardinals offensively and defensively. Only 1 error in the ball game, and you don't want to see any errors, but from the last 3 games, we've improved tremendously there. And only 2 strikeouts in the ball game overall. The Cardinals, an excellent win in this conference matchup over the Wildcats of Watson Chapel. Well, it is that time. We're getting ready for a JV ball game. JV has been out warming up, and they are getting ready to play a game. So we're going to have it for you. We will get it started here in just a moment. We're going to leave you just here with a shot of the ball field and take a break, get a drink of water, and we will be back. But this is Camden Fairview Cardinals, a Redbird winner, 20-1 over Watson Chapel in the varsity game. We'll be back for the JV game. Stay tuned. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Up in Watson Chapel on a Friday evening, baseball Friday. Been a beautiful evening. Clouds across the sky, but, well, you just can't ask for a whole lot better weather. Been dry for the last several days. We've gotten 3 games in this week. Cardinals 2-0 in conference now after the 20-1 win tonight over the Wildcats. And they are 3-1 on the season. So they will look forward to next week. The varsity team will. 4 games at home. Genoa, Crosset, El Dorado, and Monticello all coming home. So make sure you join us if you can out at the ballpark, Camden Yards. Come and support these Cardinals. Good-looking squad here, guys, and just encourage you to come and support them. But if you cannot make the game, we, Lord willing, will have it right here on Camden Fairview Cardinals Baseball YouTube channel. And we also bring you the JV games, and that's what we're about to do right now. The Watson Chapel JV squad is out there. They play 3 innings, 3 outs, and 3 runs. And they're going to get started in just a minute. We'll get them going. I don't know if I've gotten an update on the last update I had for the Lady Cardinals was 10-2 in the top of the 5th back at home. I have not seen an update from them on that yet. Get my other pad here to write on. Number 2 is the pitcher for Watson Chapel. He's been warming up. Not sure his name. He playing the first game? Oh, okay, that's Mitchell then. Yeah, Devin Mitchell. He was the shortstop, but he plays pitcher in this one. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty-looking breaking pitch he has there. Cardinal JV squad won on Tuesday against Warren. They ended up in a tie against Lakeside on Monday. Looking to get another win under their belt here at Watson Chapel. Razorback basketball's to start in 6 minutes. Or last I checked, it was 6 minutes. Supposed to start at 7 against Missouri. Oh, I'm sorry. I am behind. I guess it started at 6. It's 33-32 at halftime. Oh, there you go. I misunderstood. I was told 7 o'clock. Maybe that was 7 o'clock Eastern. So it is halftime for the Razorbacks. 33-32 is the score. Missouri on top there. Thank you. I was just looking for that score. Arkansas baseball up 3-0 at Louisiana Tech. Right now we're going to start a JV baseball game. And leading off for the Cardinals, senior number 13, Richard Clardy. He'll dig in against Mitchell. And we are underway. Here's the first pitch. That's going to hit Clardy in the numbers. And so Clardy will get down to first base, brings up Michael Sewell. Sewell batted in the varsity game, struck out looking. But he'll dig in now with a runner on first base here in the top of the first. Pitch is a strike outside corner to Sewell. Mitchell delivers the next one. That goes off the catcher. Clardy's going to go down to second base. I think that might have been in the dirt and then hit the catcher and rolled off to his left. Sewell watches strike two outside corner, same spot as the first one. So it is a 1-2 count to Sewell. Runner at second base, that's Clardy. Mitchell with the pitch. Swing and fouled off to the left side. Out of play. Trying to find some other scores from around the state, but not seeing any updated scores. 1-2 pitch from Mitchell. Tries to throw a breaking pitch. It just stays outside. Runs the count 2-2. Here comes the pitch from Mitchell. That just a little bit outside. Just about caught the corner, just like the other two pitches. Sewell watched it, and it was a ball. 3-2 is the count. So now, payoff pitch coming. Fouled. Inside pitch, Sewell just able to get a piece of it. Here is the next one. That's in the dirt, ball four. Clardy's going to make it down to third on the wild pitch. Sewell at first base, and that's going to bring in Colton DeWoody. He bats with runners at the corners, no outs. So the right-handed DeWoody watches one outside. Sewell, uncontested, goes down to second base. Next pitch to DeWoody from Mitchell. Finds the inside part of the plate for strike one. That has been called consistently here in the opening frame of the JV game. Next pitch coming. That one just a little bit outside. 2-1. Here's the next one to DeWoody. He watches ball three. Did the junior high team win last night? Do you know, Jake? They played last night. That ball is going to hit DeWoody, and he will take a trot down to first base. Loads the bases now for A.J. Alsobrook. Alsobrook played defensively the entire varsity game. He also batted a couple of times. They played Harmony Grove, huh? About the junior high game? No. They didn't have school today, so they didn't see anybody. Also, Brook bats with the bases loaded, ball one outside. Swing and an inside pitch, strike one. Inside of the left-handed Alsobrook. He swung over the top. Here's the 1-1. He squares the bunt, but fouls it back. That's something that, boy, you'd love to see Alsobrook get good at, is laying down a bunt. He is fast. And if he could learn how to control that bat. Oh, there's another hit batter. Alsobrook takes a trot and a run comes in. So 3 hit batters in this inning and a walk. And 1 run is across the plate for the Cardinals. Jackson Bradshaw digs in now with the bases loaded, no outs. Now, if Alsobrook could get that figured out, that would be a great part of his game. Ball 1 high. Here is another pitch, just about hits Bradshaw on the head. There's a hit back to the shortstop. He pushes up to field it. He throws across the diamond, makes the play at first base. But a run does come in on the 6-3 putout. So the Cardinals have 2 across in this opening frame. Daniel Bryan bats with 1 out. Pitch is in the dirt, back to the backstop. And D. Woody will score, and that will end the frame with the Cardinals scoring 3. So the Cardinals JV squad 3-0 going into the bottom half of the first inning. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. All right, JV action here. Bottom of the first inning, Cardinals JV squad scored 3 in the first. And now they play defense. Jackson Bradshaw on the mound. Grant Jeffers behind the plate. Daniel Bryan at first base. Richard Clardy is at second. Landon Morgan is at third. Dylan Winning is at shortstop. Left field is A.J. Watson. Center field is Cade Goldsmith. And right field, Alex White, I do believe. And the first pitch from Bradshaw is hits the pitcher. And Mitchell will take a trot. That squared him up in the numbers. Bradshaw looks over at the pitcher, says, "Hey, man, that's my bad." Lady Cardinals won after 5, 10-run rule, 12-2. So they took care of El Dorado tonight. So congratulations to Lady Cardinals softball. First pitch to the second batter in the game. In the bottom half of this inning is a ball inside to the batter. I believe is it number 20? Check on the runner at first. Junior high squad played Harmony Grove last night. They won 12-5. Scored 7 runs in the 5th. And led to that win. So good job for the junior high squad. That's something that started up about, this is the third year. It's the 3rd year, yes. So we went in at the 7th grade. And something that has started up. Good program. We hope it turns into a really good program. Ball is in the dirt outside, goes off the catcher, Jeffus. Runner advances to second base. 3-0 count. Bradshaw having trouble finding the zone here in the bottom half of the first inning. I guess it's kind of considered a club sport, right? A junior high club, right? It's not necessarily officially a junior high squad. Lots of dadgummit, another hit batter. This is unlike Jackson Bradshaw. He is usually very controlled. But he has hit the first 2 in the bottom half of this inning. Runners now at first and second. But a lot of moms and dads and help out with that junior high squad, and they try to play. I think Coach Reynolds said they had 15, 18 games this year scheduled. Of course, a lot of that, is could be a rain out, could be something that, it could be a conflict with the high school team because they play at home at Camden Yards when we're not there. Ball 2 to the batter, number 9. That's Daniel Nelson. So when we're away, when the high school team is away, the junior high squad a lot of times will use the field, or if we're not playing like they did last night, then they'll go on the road. There's a strike to the batter, Nelson. Finally, Bradshaw finds his own. Jackson steps off the mound, regroups himself. Here's the next pitch. It's a ball. The runner tries to advance, throw down. He is out. A good throw from Grant Jeffus. As the runner, I guess he thought the ball got a little bit further away. It did hit the ground, but Jeffus quickly got it and threw a strike to Landy Morgan over at third. Easy tag and 1 out. The leading runner is out now, so you got a runner at first base. But Nelson walks. So now you got runners at first and second, 1 out, and that brings in the next batter. We'll try to get his number. Number 8, I believe. Don't have a name for him. Yeah, not sure what Bradshaw's dealing with tonight, mentally maybe. Hopefully nothing physical, but just not finding the zone. Jackson is a pretty accurate little thrower. Again, we talk about it. He's not going to necessarily overpower you with the big fastball, but he's just going to throw strikes. He's got a really nice breaking pitch that really gets hitters off balance. But tonight, a little struggle. There's a strike, though, inside corner. See if maybe he can't settle in now and get his pitches going. There's a hit out to center field. Goldsmith is there. He makes the catch, going to throw it to second, and he is just barely back. The runner took off on contact, hit the brakes and turned around, but the ball was so fast to Goldsmith, he had a chance to throw him out, just not quite got it back in time. So 2 outs now, runners still at first and second. And the batter is number 6, Bradshaw, out of the stretch. Delivers. There's a strike. That looks more like the Jackson that we know. Takes a step off and gets back on. Next pitch, breaking pitch for a strike. That was a good-looking pitch right there. That is his weapon of choice. Let's see what he comes back with here. I hadn't seen a lot of those tonight. That was a good one. There's another one and a swing and a miss. And that is Mr. Bradshaw at his best right there. So started out a little ugly, hit a couple of batters, but was able to settle in, get some outs. Good defensive play from the catcher, and no runs scored. So the Cardinals JV squad up 3-0 going into the top of the second. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. JV game against the Watson Chapel Wildcats. Cardinals up 3-0 going into the top of the second. New pitcher on the mound is Dylan Taylor. That's for Watson Chapel. That is the catcher from the last game. He will take the mound and face Daniel Bryan, Dylan Windling, and Landon Morgan, looks like. Taylor has his warm-up tosses now done. Throw down to second, and that will get us going here in the bottom of the second. Trying to get an updated score from the basketball game. Razorbacks playing Missouri. 38-37 is the last update I see. 15:48 to play in the game. All right, so Daniel Bryan was up at the plate, the top half of the first. He swings and fouls one off. He was up at the plate, ball got past the catcher, runner came in, and that was the 3 runs to end the first inning. So he steps back in now with a fresh count, but a new pitcher as well. And a 0-1 count. Here's the next one. Swing and a miss. Couldn't find the fastball. Oh, 2 now. Here it comes. Inside. Ball 1. Cardinals got 4 to reach. First 4 to reach in the first inning. 3 hit batters. Ooh, good breaking pitch right there. And Bryan was frozen. So now Dylan Windling bats with 1 out. This umpire a little more animated with his 3rd strike call, kind of like that. There's ball 1 high. Next pitch coming from Taylor. Just a little outside low, looks like. Windling sitting in good shape with a 2-0 count. Landon Morgan on deck. There's a strike inside corner. Looks like if either of these reach, the catcher Grant Jeffis is ready to hit as well. Swing and a foul back to the backstop. Hogs in a fight. The basketball game 44-40 is the score. Missouri up 3-0 Razorback baseball. A ground ball to shortstop fielded by number 11 off the bat of Windling. It's fielded and thrown out over at first base. Number 11, Josh Howard, made a nice play. So 2 outs. Landon Morgan will step to the plate. 3rd baseman tonight. Here is the pitch. Just a bit high. Oh, it's great. I can't try to be Mr. Euchre, though. That pitch looked pretty good, but wasn't caught by the catcher, so I don't know if that was cause of the outcome being a ball or if it was just a little bit further outside, but it's a 2-0 count. Next pitch coming high. 3-0. Two outs here, top of the second. 3-0 lead for the Cardinals JV squad. Pitch coming outside, ball 4, and Morgan draws the walk, and that brings in Grant Jeffis. He comes up to the plate. SAU baseball? Sure, what you got? 10-1. Oh, 10-2. 2-1. I am tired. I didn't say that out loud, did I? 2-1 over Washita right now. Bottom of the, I think you said 3rd. Ball gets away from the catcher. Morgan hustling down to 2nd. Good read right there for the freshman. Ball just got under the catcher's legs. It really didn't go far, but he could tell quickly, Morgan could, that the catcher was not on top of getting that one very quickly. So he goes to 2nd. Pitch inside. 2-0 count. Next one coming, just a bit high. Say again now.
Alabama beat Mississippi State, thank you.
Oh. So some podunk team in Alabama won a basketball game today. There's ball 4. No, the Crimson Tide basketball team is a very good squad, even if they lost to Arkansas. And they won against Mississippi State. Right now, Arkansas is playing Missouri pretty close. Runners at 1st and 2nd. A.J. Watson takes one off the left arm, and he will go down to first base. So Watson steps in from the left side of the plate. He gets hit on the left arm, and now the bases are loaded for Goldsmith. Alabama baseball lost to Stetson today. Stetson? Oh, they're losing 2-0.
You had to do that. Okay, I got you.
These there's a swing and a miss from Goldsmith. So we got a husband and wife up here running the clock, and they're having good conversation. This, I tell you, great place to come. Very hospitable. We really appreciate them and letting us sit in the box up here and share their fan. It's been nice. Another hit batter. Goldsmith's going to take a trot. So Morgan comes in to score. And it's now 4-0. Bases still loaded, 2 outs, and that brings in the freshman, Jason Wolf. What is that in his pocket? That was a very nice curveball from Taylor. Nice tight spin, started shoulder level and fell into the zone. Good pitch. Wolf digs in. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Watches strike 2. I don't know if you get much of a better pitch than that. But he digs in now. Got to protect the plate. Here's the pitch. Tries to throw that curveball again, but it just stayed up. And 1-2. Grant, Jeffers on third. Here's the pitch. Swing. And a miss on an inside pitch. And Wolf will go down on strikes. Leave the bases loaded. 1 run across, though, in the top of the second. 4-0 is the score of the JV game. We're going to the bottom half. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. Watson Chapel, bottom half of the second inning in the JV game. Cardinals varsity squad won 20-1 a little earlier, and it's 4-0. JV squad up on the Wildcats of Watson Chapel. Defensive change. Looks like Brandon Blackburn is in at second base, but that is the only change I see. Bradshaw back on the mound for his second inning of work. First pitch is high. was told I needed to plug the Travelers. They will play baseball this year. First home game is in May 4th. That ball is outside, ball 2 from Bradshaw.
Other family members that are Alabama fans, or she just really isn't that funny?
Here's the next one. There's a good pitch. Ooh, maybe not. Must have been low. Looked pretty good. And I know that look on Jackson's face. He's saying, where did that miss? So a 3-0 count. Here comes the pitch. He tries to overthrow it, looks like, or overgrip it, one of the two, and throws it to the backstop. So a runner on first. And the Travelers start. Y'all get up to Park in Little Rock. Catch some baseball, good minor league baseball action. Tries to throw the curveball. It's outside. And now it's a head game. You've hit several batters. You've walked some. You got to get your head on right. And it's an outside fastball. Doesn't find the zone. Here's the next one from Jackson. Runner on first. Outside.
What year is she? She's a singer? Second grade?
So a 3-0 count after walking the leadoff batter. And it's high and outside. Jackson just not finding the zone. Could be just trying to be too fine with it. Maybe just trying to overthrow it. But it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher in the ball game as Coach Carmody comes out, takes the ball, and it looks like Richard Clardy is going to come in and pitch. Get him a little work. Clardy, the senior, he pitched in the game against Lakeside on Monday. Another change. Bradshaw now looks like will go to shortstop. Windling will move over from his position at shortstop. He'll go over to third. Morgan goes to the dugout to get his first baseman's mitt, and he will take over at first. Brian will sit down. So Clardy comes in for Brian, technically. That camera over there might be dead. We may have lost that camera. I bet you that's what has happened. All right, a couple of more warm-up pitches here. Good breaking pitch right there. Good looking fastball too. Still 3-0 Razorbacks, 3-1. Playing down in Ruston against the Louisiana Tech baseball team. All right, so no outs here. We're in the bottom half of the second. The Cardinals up 4-0. New pitcher is Richard Clardy. He digs in with runners at first and second. First pitch was outside for a ball. Next one is hit to the first baseman, Morgan. He fields it, tosses to Clardy at first. The out is made. But the runners do advance to second and third, so 3-1 in the book, one out. And that brings up number 11. Stacy. All right, ball hit out to center field. It's going to get down. Goldsmith couldn't get it in. One run's going to come in. Another runner is rounding third. He's going for it. The ball into second. No play at the plate. Oh, now the throw comes. Back down to second. Tag. Nope. Ball gets away from Bradshaw. And the runner is at second base. So the ball was hit to center field. Goldsmith dove for it. Couldn't make the catch. One runner in. The second one came around and scored. But on the throw home, the runner at first advanced to second. Two runners in. It's a 4-2 ball game here in the bottom half of the second inning. Batter is 13. This is Taylor. Ball is outside for ball one. Swing and a miss down low. 1-1 the count. Still one out. Runner at second. Clardy steps off, gathers his thoughts, and does it again, watching that runner at second. Pitch must have been just a little high, so it's a 2-1 count. Here's the next one. Hit out to left field. Watson on the move to try to catch it. Can't come up with it. It's a fair ball. Ball gets down to the fence, and Jackson has to go out to retrieve it. So it was a fair ball. Ball got away from Watson over to the fence. Runner from second didn't go but one base because he had to check up on the tag situation. But Taylor out of the box hustling. He makes it to second. So the Cardinals have given up 2 runs in this inning. And there's only one out. Runners at second and third. Watson had a pretty good long ways to run and just could not get to it. Pitch goes off the catcher's mitt, and a run will score, and that will end the inning. So the Cardinals give up 3 here in the bottom half of the second inning, makes the score 4-3. We will take it to the top half of the third, the final inning of play. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. We go into the top of the third, the final inning of play in the JV game. Cards JV squad up 4-3. 3 runs given up in the bottom half of the second. And it is 4-3. Louisiana Tech over Arkansas right now, baseball. And the last check, basketball, 52-50, the Razorbacks are on top. That's in the SEC tournament quarterfinals against Missouri. Lady Cardinals softball squad won tonight, 12-2. Cardinals varsity baseball won, 20-1. Brendan Blackburn steps in here in the top half of the third. He leads things off, takes ball 1 low. Taylor back on the mound for his second inning of work. Blackburn swings and misses. Home run for the Razorback baseball team. That tied it up 4-4. What inning is that? Ball low. 6. You got guys that can hit like that, you're always in a ball game. So Blackburn has a 2-1 count. Reminder, we'll be on the air next Monday at home against Genoa. Pitch outside. Varsity game, and I can be honest and tell you I don't know what time the game starts. It's a non-conference game, so it might be a 5 o'clock game. But I don't officially know. Ooh, pitch way high to backstop, and Blackburn gets on base via the walk. And that brings up Alex White. He will come to the plate to bat. So Blackburn takes his lead. Taylor on the mound. He deals to White. White swings and misses. Strike 1. Next pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Oh, 2 count. Here's the pitch. White lets it go high. 1-2 now. Next pitch coming. Breaking pitch is a beauty. And White goes down on strikes. That pitch was very, very nice. White never had a chance. He was thought it was high. I mean, we all thought it was high at first till it broke. It was a good-looking pitch. So that brings in D.D. Frazier. He bats with 1 out, runner on first. Blackburn takes off for first on a pass ball, and he is safe. He slides into second, and a good hustle play right there for the freshman. That gets the dugout up a little bit over here for the Cardinals, supporting their young players. Pitch outside. Brandon's a little excited. I think he thought he wanted to go there too. Didn't get away from the catcher that far, so he goes back to second. Next pitch coming to Frazier, high inside, 3-0. There's a strike on a 3-0 count. Here's the next one to D.D. Behind him. Ball gets away from the catcher. Blackburn hustles to third. Frazier down to first. 1 out. And that brings us back to the top of the order. Richard Clardy. He will stand in with a chance to drive one in. 56-50 is the last score I've seen from the Razorback basketball game. Razorbacks on top there. Quick check. Oh, the ball's over first base. Blackburn's going to hustle in to score. Didi's going to make it to second. Blackburn slides in at the plate, and he is safe for the Cardinals. And a run scored. That makes the score 5-3. So Clardy's standing in, no count yet. Here's the pitch. High. Next one coming to Clardy. Low and outside, ball 2. Pitch is high to the backstop. Frazier goes down to third base. And a 3-0 count. 3-0 count to Clardy now. Swing and a miss. He's swinging 3-0. Next one coming. Oh, he swings the ball 4 there. That one was high. So Clardy, he's wanting a piece. 1 out here. 1 run across the board. And a runner at third base. 3-2 count. Here is the pitch, swing, and a miss. Strike 3. So that brings Michael Sewell to the plate. He walked back in the first, scored. Chance to get a run in. Frazier stands 90 feet away. First pitch hit Sewell on the leg, so he'll take a trot down to first. And that's going to bring up Sean DeWoody. I said Sean. I didn't mean to. Colton DeWoody. DeWoody was hit by a pitch in the first. He scored. He'll stand in now with a chance to get Frazier in. Move Sewell around. 2 outs. We are in the bottom of the third. Sewell takes off running for second. Score is 5-3. JV Cards up on the JV Wildcats. Ball. There's a strike. Inside part of the plate. 1-1 count. There's a strike outside part of the plate. Strike number 2. Curveball just misses. He had him set up there. I guess that one just stayed a little bit high by the umpire's standard. That ball is inside. Makes it 2-2. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here's the next one from Taylor. Big hit out to left field. That ball is going way back, and that is at the bottom of the fence. That's going to drive in 2, and that will end the inning. But, hey, big drive by Mr. DeWoody. Hit the bottom of the fence on the fly, and that will give us 3 runs. So the Cardinals score 3, takes it to 7-3 in this JV ball game, and they'll come out and play a little defense, and this will be the last half inning. So the Cards score 3. It's 7-3. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball. All right, we are back for the final half inning of play in this JV squad game. 7-3 Cardinals on top. A couple of defensive changes. Carson McKinney takes the mound for the Cardinals. He will pitch to his cousin, Grant Jeffers. Landon Morgan still at first base. Jason Wolf comes in at second. Dylan Windling is at third. Jackson Bradshaw is at short. Looks like A.J. Watson is in left field. Goldsmith's in center field, and D.D. Frazier in right field.
That's my daughter.
Absolutely outstanding.
That's Anna. Of course, Anna
Yeah.
Grace.
That's great.
Yeah.
Small world. Sitting here visiting with Miss Gloria. Her daughter is Georgia, not Gloria. I knew that. Her daughter is roommates with a coworker of mine's daughter. Here we are in Watson Chapel. First pitch is a ball. Next one comes in, swing and a miss. Last check on the score, basketball, 60-50, Arkansas on top. 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Ball in the dirt from McKinney. (7-3) our score. Pitch low. Ball number 3. Kenny caught the first game. He stands on the mound now to close out this JV squad game. 3-1 count. There's a strike. He gets one across the plate. 3-2. That one fouled up and back out of play. Next pitch coming from McKinney. Strike 3 as he fires a fastball across the plate. And that will be the first out of the bottom of the third. So Nelson comes into bat now. He squares the bunt. Pitches inside. He moves out of the way. It did not hit him. Almost did.
Okay, so Brother Don, you're cool.
Do what? No, I'm not Brother Don.
No, it's not Brother Don.
He's our pastor. Jonathan Wolf. There's a pitch inside, ball 2. It's 2-0. And he lays down the bunt. Windling had come in to get it. He makes a throw. Good stretch by Morgan over at first base to make a heck of a catch. Windling rushed in defensively, fielded the bunt, made a good throw across, and that's for the second out.
He's right there. I'll call you back when the game's over, okay? Oh, my God.
So, 2 outs here. We are in the bottom of the third. Cardinals up 7-3. McKinney, next pitch, swung on and missed. Strike number 1. Louisiana Tech up 5-4 now. One ball, one strike. Pitch comes in. Ball 2. So 5-4 Arkansas up on Louisiana, or rather Louisiana Tech up on Arkansas. Arkansas undefeated going into this game tonight. Breaking pitch from McKinney falls low. Basketball 63-53, Razorbacks on top. And that ball hits the young man in his back. I think that's the second time he's been hit tonight in the back. I hope it wasn't the same spot. He looks at his coach. Why are they hitting me, coach? Not the best pitching performance in a JV game for the Cardinals tonight. That brings in Taylor, pitcher for the Wildcats. He'll stand in, runner at first base, 2 outs. Carson throws a breaking pitch, swung on, popped up, right side. That's going to be Morgan. He makes the catch, and that ends this ball game. But the Cardinals win it 7-3 in this JV squad baseball game. And the varsity game went to the Cardinals as well by a score of 20-1. So big night baseball here in Watson Chapel for the Cardinals, and they will hopefully continue to roll as they get 4 home games next week. Genoa on Monday, Crossett Tuesday, El Dorado Thursday, and Monticello on Friday. And we will do our best to bring those games to you. Redbird winners tonight. Both squads win it, 20-1 the varsity, 7-3 JV. We'll say so long from Watson Chapel. Hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good evening. We'll see you next Monday. This is Camden Fairview Cardinals baseball.